Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 19th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Thursday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Thursday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your forecast for Friday and Saturday. Also, we're going to take a look at the satellite loop for Tropical Storm Tammy as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar as well. And also, we're going to take a look at some information on Tropical Storm Tammy for areas down in the Leeward Islands. Also in Puerto Rico, a key message from the National Hurricane Center. We're going to read some information on that. So stick around to the entire video and do not miss a beat of this forecast. And let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. But first, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and now let's go ahead and get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see here we got showers up here in southeast Canada, back over towards southern Canada through Minnesota, Wisconsin, down to Illinois and Indiana, and also Ohio, and also up into Michigan and the Great Lakes region. Also through portions of North Carolina, Virginia, all the way through Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, all the way over to New Brunswick, and also portions of Newfoundland as well, and also Toronto and Ottawa, and also Montreal, Canada. You are in the shower and thunder, just the shower activity for your Friday. Alright, we have thunderstorms and showers extending from near Massachusetts through Connecticut, Rhode Island, all the way through Maryland, Pennsylvania, down toward Delaware, D.C. Also again over here in Ohio, back down into West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, down into the Carolinas, Georgia, northern Florida, southern Florida, and the Florida Keys as well. Alright, as a cold front continues to push through the region on Friday. Alright, and a little bit of shower activity over here just west of California off in the Pacific Ocean. Here's Hurricane Norma. We'll continue to move inland over northern Mexico as we continue to roll forward. Alright, we got high pressure in charge over much of over portion of Florida, central and southern Florida that is. Also back over toward Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, northern central Mexico to Gulf of California through California, all the way to Oregon, Washington State, up into southern, southwestern, and southern Canada as well. Also, dry high pressures in charge of the area through the Dakotas, portion of Minnesota, all the way to Illinois, all the way over toward Tennessee and Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Missouri as well. Alright, all of this is for your Friday. Alright, let's move on to your forecast for Saturday. As you can see here, we got more showers up here in southern Canada. Southeastern Canada, back over the portion of southern Canada through Minnesota, Wisconsin, down in the portion of Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, over toward D.C., Maryland, Delaware, all the way up toward Rhode Island as well. Also in the New York State, also in the Maine, also a portion of Newfoundland, also in the New Brunswick. We have showers and thunderstorms over portion of Maine, back in the portion of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut as well, and southern New York State. Alright, here's Hurricane Norma making her approach to a portion of Mexico. We've got bringing showers and storms to Mexico and also in the Pacific Ocean as well, and also in the southern Gulf of California. More showers and storms over here in southern California, all the way up into Washington State, and a little bit of mixed precipitation in Washington and Oregon states as well. Alright, dry high pressures in charge of areas weather for a portion of southern southwestern Canada through a portion of Washington State over toward a portion all the way over to the Dakota, portion of Minnesota, Wisconsin, all the way down into Kentucky, in the portion of Virginia, state of Carolina, all the way through much of Florida, well, all of Florida, the Bahamas, Cuba, all the way into the Gulf of Mexico, portions of northern and central Mexico, also Texas, all the way back into northern Gulf of California, also through California, Nevada, all the way back over toward Nebraska and Kansas City as well. All of this is for your Saturday. Alright, let's move on to Tropical Storm Tammy. As you can see here, here's Tammy looking better organized this afternoon. Here is Tobago. Here is the Windward and Leeward Islands. All this activity is moving in the other direction. I would not be surprised later on tonight and into Friday morning, you will start feeling tropical storm force winds and also some heavy rain as well from Tropical Storm Tammy, which will become hurricane heating. Force winds. We have tropical storm warnings all the way down here near Tobago, all the way up into the northeastern portions of the leeward Windward Island. Also we have tropical storm warnings there, and also hurricane watches in effect as well. Alright, as you can see, it goes all the way through a tropical storm through 2 a.m. Saturday, but Saturday afternoon, but 2 p.m. it remains a hurricane. It remains a hurricane through 2 p.m. Tuesday, just east of Bermuda, according to the forecast track. But I'm going to talk about a little bit maybe of a westward bend on this track. But we'll have to, just take it with a grain of salt right now. But I've been seeing some trends that the models may be shifting a little bit further back to the west. So Puerto Rico, you may be in the path of this storm as well. And so we'll keep an eye on that as well. I'm not going to get into too much more detail, but we'll take a look at that in just a few minutes through the model run. Alright, if you're tracking this system at home, it's located near latitude 13.7 north, longitude 56.6 west. Maximum sustained winds remain at 60 miles an hour with higher gusts. Movements to the west-northwest at 13 miles an hour, and remains a tropical storm with winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast models here. Alright, you can see here is the model runs here. This is the current position of the storm. See, a lot of the models have been shifted a little bit further to the west. There's Puerto Rico right here. Here's the Virgin Islands. But pretty much these lines are getting a little bit further to the west. That's why I said Puerto Rico, you may be getting some tropical storm force winds and maybe some hurricane conditions right along coastal areas there. The British Virgin Islands will get hurricane force wind, and also the northern Leeward Islands will get hurricane force winds as well, as Tammy tracks into the northeastern Caribbean Sea and then cross pretty much the Virgin Island, also maybe near Puerto Rico, and then emerge back into the Atlantic coastal waters. Most of the models still showing it going off to the northeast, but some has been trending a little bit further back to the west. So I will continue to monitor this situation closely. Let's take a look at the GEF ensembles. This is what I was talking about earlier this afternoon. The models here going to the west. Here's Puerto Rico. They pretty well going over the island. Then it makes it to the northeast. Then it bends back to the west. Some of the models now are sending it back westward. Some models going northeast. There's a few models trying to send it back west. Now I'm going to have to watch that very closely and see if it decides it wants to turn back to the west. Right now, things are pointing in that direction, but like I said, things can change. So just stay with tomorrow. Alright. Let's take a look at the guidance. Headwinds of 50 knots equal to 60 miles per hour. Tropical storm conditions. All the models taking it into a category 1 and a 2 hurricane. So that's why I've been talking about this for the past few days. It looked like it was going to become a hurricane, and according to the National Hurricane Center, it was going to become a category 1. I said maybe even a category 2, maybe even a 3. I would not rule out 3 as well, since the water temperature, like I said, they're pretty much like bath water in that region. So I would not be surprised to see maybe a category 2, maybe a flirting near a category 3, but we'll continue to monitor it as we get closer to the event. Alright, that's your tropical update. We'll have some more information at the end of this video, so stick around and continue to watch the video. Alright, as you can see here, here's the watches, warning, advisory map. We still got those gale warnings in effect for the coastal waters, all the way from Maine, all the way down into portions of North Carolina. We'll have some special weather statements down here in portions of Louisiana, and also into portions of Alabama for maybe some strong thunderstorms in that region. and also some low relative humidity as that front continues to push on off to the east. Small craft advisory in effect for the Panhandle and also the Big Bend area of Florida. Hurricane warning is still in effect for the west coast of Mexico. Wind advisories over Montana. Heat advisory for southwestern California and western California as well. Alright, still got a high surf advisory for central and northern Hawaii and Chain Island. The southern one still looks a-okay at this time. We still had a small craft advisory, gale warning in coastal areas of Alaska. Winter weather advisories, also special weather statements for you guys in central and northern Alaska. And we still had that freeze and spray advisory in northern Alaska as well. Alright, weather radar time. Alright, you can see here we got some showers, maybe some embedded thunderstorms up here in portions of just east of Minneapolis, also into portion of Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland. Also toward Lake Superior and also toward Lake Huron, over toward just west of Pittsburgh, a little skinny line extending through western South Carolina, just east of Atlanta, all the way down to portions of Alabama. Also got some scattered thunderstorms also developing in Mississippi, Alabama, toward Nashville, through Kentucky, just east near Louisville, also Cincinnati, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana, Columbus, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We got a little shower activity just east of Raleigh, back into the coastal waters there, and a little bit up here around Montreal and Ottawa, Canada, and also a little bit of scattered activity in New York State. Alright, if we continue to move southbound, we got a little bit here in the Gulf of Mexico, a little bit down in southern Mississippi, shower and thunderstorm activity as well. Rest of the area looks a-okay. Alright, now finally we're going to wrap this video up with some information on Tropical Storm Tammy. We'll be reading some information. These are some key messages for Tropical Storm Tammy. This was at 5 p.m. this afternoon. Tropical storm conditions are expected to begin in portions of the Lesser Antilles beginning Friday, where a tropical storm warning is in effect. Tropical storm and hurricane conditions are possible elsewhere in the Leeward Islands, where hurricane and tropical storm watches are currently in effect. Additional warnings will be likely required later tonight. Alright, this is the second one. Alright, heavy rains and from Tammy will begin to affect the Leeward and Northern Windward Islands on Friday, spreading into the British and U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico over the weekend. That's what I was just talking about. Alright, this rainfall may produce isolated flash and urban flooding, along with isolated mudslides in areas of higher terrain. Alright, if you want to find out more information, go to weather.gov. Alright, here's the tropical storm force wind field here pretty much. As you can see here, the 100%. Then here it runs out to about 5%. Out here 5 to 10%. Then it gets a little more darker in the middle. That's the center of the storm. Tropical storm force winds as far west as portion of the Dominican Republic. That's why I said you guys may be even in it. I would not be surprised even the southern tip of the Bahamas may even get in on it as we continue to move forward down the road. Alright, well, hope everybody enjoyed the video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. So enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing, and we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care.